economy in India is flourishing, but how does that translate to the property sector? Suchit Punnose is the CEO of Red Ribbon and is here in studio to discuss today. Welcome, Suchit.
Thank you.
So can you talk me through the property market in India? How advanced is it?
The property market in India has evolved over the last few decades, especially after the Indian economy opened up. And like any property industry, it's going through its various stages of growth. And the growth is primarily driven by the huge demand there is in the market for housing. And affordable housing within that sector is a key driver for this property market. Having said that, there are other sectors such as hospitals, hotels, schools that are equally required in the country, and there are a lot of developers at the moment chasing these opportunities.
So after the Industrial Revolution in the West, emerging economies can't make the same mistakes. How green is the construction sector in India?
So the construction sector in India is not 100% green. You have the various ratings for buildings that are being actively pursued by developers. The participation of international investors into the sector is also prompting developers to go green. Having said that, there's a huge requirement for construction, which is going to strain resources such as sand and water. The industry is now considering using modern methods of construction such as modular buildings and prefab construction, which would obviously reduce this impact on the planet.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because the landscape is changing so much in India. Can you talk me through some of the development that's going on?
Yes, it's a very exciting space. If I were to give you some numbers, there are 22 million new homes required in India. 700 million people are going to be moving into cities from villages. It's going to be one of the largest urbanization in the history of mankind, which is going to take place over the next 20 years. And all that will lead to is pressures on housing, on infrastructure. The Indian government has brought out a scheme called Smart Cities, where the government has said it's easier to build new, well-planned cities with the latest technology rather than to add on to existing cities. Believe it or not, the plan is to have 15 cities the size of Los Angeles to be built over the next 30 years as brand new cities. Now, all of these projects have a tremendous opportunity for construction contractors, property developers, and investors and financiers who want to get into this very exciting space.
And India is building so rapidly. I'm just wondering, is quality and speed compatible in the industry?
Quality and speed are always a contradiction in that if you are increasing the speed, then there's always a hit on quality. We believe that if the industry adopts, again, new methods of construction, that is the only way they can match up with quality and speed. But there's still a long way to go in terms of getting the stakeholders to improve their presence, their quality of delivery, and how they can contribute to a much better infrastructure that they're working on.
And does the Indian property market represent investment opportunities?
Indeed, yes. Yeah. The whole idea of being excited about the Indian real estate market is that there is a tremendous potential. It's a country with 1.2 billion people. And as I said earlier, 22 million new homes are required. And as a quick comparison, in the UK, we only need about 200,000 new homes. So it's a huge market, great potential, but it's all about how do you go into that market and work that market, because it's quite different to the way the property market works here in the UK. Therefore, it's important that if you are looking to invest in India, that you choose the right partners and stakeholders who understand the local market and how to operate in it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Suchit, for coming into studio here with us today. That was Suchit Punnose from Red Ribbon.